Alright, so this is video number 4, and in the previous videos I asked, what is your pain point, what causes you pain, um, what are you afraid of, right? um, why do you think the way you think, and what causes you stress, as well as what is holding you back, or what is encouraging you and pushing you forward and giving you strength to move on with your life. And what are your goals, and how are you solving it, what are your solutions, what are your dreams, ambitions, desires, and what are you doing to propel yourself forward, right? So basically I was saying, like, I like to get to know people through these questions, and these questions are great if you apply it to yourself. That's why I'm saying, like, ask yourself. You don't have to tell me, but ask yourself, like, what is causing you grief or stress, or what is making you happy and sad. Like, what causes you, what drives you, what is your motivation in life, right? Are you someone who needs a lot of encouragement? Are you someone who needs a lot of direction? Are you a thinker? Are you a doer? Are you, just one of these people, right, that sits around and plans and does all this stuff, and then but you don't actually execute? Or are you an executor? Are you just like, take it and run with it? You don't really think too much about it. You learn as you do it, or some people do as they think about it, right? And so you got to know yourself. And I'm going to maybe do a lot of other videos about this very soon. I'm going to take like each I'm going to, like, basically categorize people into different things. Like, if someone is a creative person, then I'm going to, like, walk you through what do you do with that, right? And then some people who are more people right, people persons, where they are like social butterflies. They like to go around and talk to people and get to know them, and they just like to connect people together. And then some people are like artists, like they like to be by themselves. They like to create art, they like to create things and then show the world afterwards. So they like to make things, whether it's with their hands or with their mouse and keyboard. Some people are gamers, some people are entertainers, some people like to entertain people, right? Some people like to teach, and some people like to do this, that. So I'm going to do like a whole full-blown series on these, like a whole bunch of videos in the future on these topics. So yeah, so basically today is, I want to encourage you to get to know people on a deeper level as well. So ask them these questions, like, what causes you joy, what causes you pain, what are you afraid of, are you fearful of anything, how do you think, is there something holding you back, or is some kind of motivation pushing you forward to accomplish your dreams? What are your desires? Are you looking for solutions? Do you have questions? What kind of questions do they have? Like, a lot of times questions people ask would also open up and reveal a lot about themselves. So getting to know people is a very important thing, especially in networking. And if you're in business, or if you have to go for events, like networking events, where you meet random people, is that something you enjoy doing? Or are you like a shy person that doesn't like to talk to people? You don't open up until people open up to you? Do you find it hard to start conversations? So these couple of things is something you can start with. Just talk to people and ask them. Like, maybe not some of these questions might be a bit deep, and it might, like, it takes a while to get into it. You don't have to go in directly and talk to a stranger that you never met before and ask them like such deep questions, like, what is your fear, what is your dreams. Like, maybe dreams is more light-hearted, but fear and pain and grief, the kind of stuff might be a bit too much. But eventually, like, as you get to know them, right, you can know what makes them happy, makes them sad, what makes them scared, or makes them anxious, right? And sometimes it has to do, it doesn't have to be personal. It could be about their business, about their work, about their career. Like, do you enjoy your job? Do you not? Why not? Are you looking for a new job? And then depending on what kind of person you are you a connector? Do you want to connect and connect them with someone that like, oh, actually I know Bob who can help you with this, right? Or I know Sally who can help you with that, right? So depending on what they need or what they want, and if they're open to it, right? Some people are like, yeah, I need a carpenter, or I need like a plumber, but I'm yeah, I know someone, right? But then maybe you can recommend someone too, and um, pass it forward, right? Pay it forward. So those are my thoughts today, um, and I hope you have gotten some value from this. And yeah, I'm glad you stayed and listened to all this. And let me know what you think. I love to hear your feedback, and I'll see you in the future in one of my other videos.